him a long period, the most successful period that our club had in the history in a row, and we cannot understand the success that we had without him. I learned a lot of him. More than an incredible human being, is an incredible manager. And sometimes our job, we need time. He won 2 titles, and after this season with a pandemic situation, no fans here, many injuries they had, and but I know his proposal. I know what we want to do, and just stand to be patient. So I'm not the guy who say what they have to do, but nor even a little run bad results for a short period of time are going to change the opinion I have on him. I was with him long.
Hello world, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and right there we were just watching a small video of Pep Guardiola saying some good things, some good words for his moment, for his boy Arteta, after his team just swallowed him by 4-1. Man, that's harsh. That is one of the harshest things I've ever seen in my life. And I thought I'd seen it all. Anyway, guys, so we are here on a special segment which we call Arsenal Lives Matter. I think I'm going to make it a segment until Arsenal start winning anyway. Because in this segment, guys, there'll be less funny. We try to look at the real reason why some results are like this, trying to understand what is really happening with Arsenal and what is leading them to be where they are at this moment. Because let's face it, none of us, even those people who love this, who want to see Arsenal exactly where they are. None of us, even me myself, I don't want to see Arsenal where they are. But guess what? That's where they are, and we just have to accept the situation that we have in hand. So yesterday, so I have some couple of points that I'm going to cover, guys, just trying to look at exactly what went on the game yesterday and try to understand what this team is going through and how they can change their run or form and what they're doing. So yesterday, when we were on the watch along, one of the watchers of the Football Connect, or one of the people who are always who's always with us, gave me something to think about here when he said this comment. I just had to repost it. Mr. Elliott said this to me: Arsenal have to replace Holding, Mustafi, Elneny, Bellerin, Ozil, Xhaka, Caballos, Kolasinac, and Socrates. That's so many players. So he was saying that, by the way, he's a Tottenham Spurs fan. So you actually have to listen to him when he does that. He cares for us now. You know what I mean? So anyway, so these were the things that he was putting out there, trying to let the world know that as much as Arsenal's bad run has been going on for this long, we have to understand that they have a lot of deadwood that are just there eating the money, doing nothing, just not doing anything. So as we were listening to him, like when I gave this comment, and also listening to what Pep Guardiola had to say, I put 2 and 2 together and actually realized that, you know what, this could be right. Something has to actually happen about this. Something actually has to change about how this Arsenal team is going through this thing and how they're actually approaching this. Hello, Mr. Elliott. I just saw your comment. That I did send you a link on Twitter. If you want to join in, it's okay. I did send you a link on Twitter. If that is your account that followed us yesterday, you can check it out if you want to join in on this. If you have something to say about this Arsenal, because guess what? Arsenal life, it really does matter. Really, it does really matter. I'm just saying, from just the fact of the matter, they really, really matter, because they've been having one of the worst terrible runs in this world, one of the worst terrible runs, and we actually have to accept that's where they are at the moment. The only way that Arsenal can find a way to deal with their situations is actually accepting where they're standing, trying to find a way to solve that, and maybe be patient, like what Pep Guardiola is saying. They have to be patient. They have to be patient in this man, Arteta, believe in his form and whatever he's trying to build with the club. Be patient with where they are going, the direction of the club, and what they have in mind, what he has started. Because one thing that Pep Guardiola is talking about, that he has a plan. So it means maybe he might know the plan by somewhere or somehow. He has a plan, and Maybe Arsenal fans, you have to be patient about it. Maybe something can actually happen. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. Maybe something can actually happen. I actually hope that something happens for you guys because it hurts the way the performances is like for you and how you are falling out from grace each and every time. So, like I said, Arsenal played Manchester City yesterday in the Carabao Cup, one of the what I can say trophies that Arsenal fans were hoping that if we are gonna be having a bad run, at least let's see win the Carabao Cup and let's just try by all means to put our all to beat Manchester City and win. They played so well in the first half, I have to say. The first 15 minutes of the first half was shocking. They were just terrible. Maybe it was out of fear. Remember, no matter whatever anyone wants to say anything about you always have that fear factor when you come to face a team like Manchester City. So we might say that they had that fear factor in them, but they grew out of that fear and actually started playing their game, and they played so well. What an amazing goal that was scored by Lacazette. A header that came from a corner that was from a throw. It was a cross that was actually generated by one player who picked up a knock in this Arsenal team when they were playing, who actually had to be sent out. But it seems like they didn't send him out exactly at the time when he had to be sent out. So a lot of people got mad about that again, talking about what's wrong with this guy, talking about Arteta that he can actually be willing to force a player who has picked up a knock to continue playing. And the player that I'm talking about is the Maitland Niles, is Martinelli. He picked up a knock. We know that he picked up a knock after that horrible, that dangerous attack that the Manchester City keeper put on him. And again, a keeper will get away with murder. He was not punished for that. A keeper again get away with murder. That is the second goalkeeper doing some crazy attack on a player. Then they don't even look at the incident. No, I understand that there's no VAR in this, but the ref should have seen how this man had went through and maybe at least give him maybe a yellow card or something. Caution him for his action or something because he hit the man 100%. And it was terrible, people. It was terrible, but that's exactly what happened. They let it just pass. They just let it slide. I don't know why, but they let it slide. They really, really let it slide. Hello, Mr. Elliot. How are you?
Hello. How are you, Sam?
How are you, sir? I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, yeah. So, talking about your team here, looking at what is happening with with this team, Arsenal, your rival.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about Arsenal? I'm just wondering what you think about Arsenal.
I think Arteta's a new manager, but you have to give him time if you're an Arsenal fan. Because no matter what manager has the job, you can have the best manager of all time, like a Guardiola or Mourinho. And the amount of bad players and dead wood, basically, they have from Wenger, like so long ago. You need a manager for 2 seasons to get rid of it all. Once he has his own players in, then you can judge him. I think then you can say if he's doing a good or bad job. But until then, he's a new manager. At least give him the time to get rid of the players he doesn't need. Because there on the comment, there are so many bad players. He just needs to get rid of them.
That's the reason why I had to put that comment out there, because I was looking at it and I actually got some time to think about it, and I found out that there are a lot of dead players in this team, and I was like, at least get at least few of them out of this. Maybe something can actually happen from this team. I don't know. But anyway, can't he, Arteta, as a manager, try to come up with a way to at least try to survive until maybe January, when they bring out players and something like that? He brought some of his players, but they're not performing well as well. Can we say that it's a Wenger's situation also, or what? Or are those dead players corrupting the new players? I don't get that one.
I think with Arteta, like he was under Guardiola for so long. Like Guardiola's taught him everything about football, and that's like very good passing play. Like nice to watch football. I see from Manchester City and Barcelona, and Arteta's Arteta's saying we need to cross the ball in more. Like he's not playing the football he wants, and he doesn't have the players to do it. Like he's learned from Guardiola. Guardiola, you never see his teams crossing the ball or playing the way he does. So he doesn't have the players he needs to. It's like he doesn't want to play like that. So
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. It is a problem. Mr. Gameplay here is saying that Arteta is gonna get sacked. That's what it's saying. He's just gonna get sacked. I hear what you're saying, though. It makes sense what you're saying. Because why am I saying so? Arteta, one thing I discovered when he left Manchester City, you actually noticed that Manchester City were suffering in terms of defensive. So I thought that maybe his job at Manchester City was to defend. So I don't know. Maybe you never understand what's happening here. Because Guardiola, one thing that we have noticed about Guardiola is good in creating midfielders in a team. That's why we talk about players like Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, all of those players is good. But there was always a way. There was always a way they were balancing in terms of defending, looking at what exactly Arteta was in the club, what he was doing to help out the defense. Even though it was not really strong, there was at least, what can I say? There was structure in the defense. But when he left, we could actually see that something had changed. And when he went to Arsenal, the first 3-4 games that he played, it was one of the best defending teams in the Premier League. They were doing so well. So isn't it that Arsenal brought a defender as a coach who's really good in defending? Can you be able to create a good, solid team that can win games for Arsenal? That is the question.
Yeah, big question. If you look at Arsenal's defenders, they're like Mustafi holding the best defender most games.
Yes.
Have to play Tierney centre back because he's the only good defender. But he should be going left back and putting crosses in the box. He's such a much better player. Also, I think with Manchester City, a big part to why the defence is so bad, Fernandinho's getting old now and company went. So it was a little bit before Arteta left, their defence was shaky.
Oh, yeah.
But I agree with you.
But I hear what you're saying. So they're saying that next game is like they're going to lose. That's Mr. Gameplay. Yeah. I think they will lose, that's the problem. That's one thing I see about this team. I feel like as much as they are trying so hard, they will lose. Actually, the time to look at what they've been offering as a team, just looking at what they've covered. Let me try to put this. Looking at their games, their last 8 games before this. Let me remove this. And I discovered that this is just terrible, man. This is just terrible. Like, look at this. They lost to Manchester City, Everton, drew with Southampton, lost to Burnley. How do you lose to Burnley? And they lost to Tottenham. Now, that one we understand. They won in the Europa stage. It's not really important to look at the Europa now. They lost to Wolves. They also drew with Leeds and lost to Aston Villa. Their Premier League run has been the worst. Since the Manchester United victory, all that follows after that are only losses and loss after loss. Can that change, though? Can he change that, knowing that it's playing Chelsea next? What do you think?
He can. I think he can change it, but it's so tricky because the team. It's not like when Liverpool lost to Aston Villa 7-2. I know you don't want to hear about it.
Yes. No, it's okay. Let me hear it. I can take it.
Yeah. But that was just like a one-off game. With Arsenal, it's not like loads of one-off games. It's their whole team is bad and their whole squad. They've got nothing. If you look at Arsenal's fixtures, every game they play, like you think Newcastle's a hard game, Brighton's a hard game after last season. But every game is difficult. Like, as a Liverpool fan, even after the Aston Villa loss, you don't think any game's hard, maybe except 4 or 5. You think it's different. Every game for Arsenal's hard now. Even Sheffield, you think, are they going to pick up all the points? Have they got Sheffield? Or they got them soon?
They're playing Chelsea right after Chelsea, Brighton.
Chelsea.
After Brighton. Yeah, that is just the worst. Even though that Christmas is already ruined by Manchester City and Everton already, so they're just going to continue. I think one thing that kills Arsenal fans, the hope that they have after each and every game. They're hoping for a better game after their last games. It's like they can look at their games and they can actually draw a pattern that this is just not working. But they still have hope that in the next game they can do better. I was watching the AFTV, I could actually feel like when they came back into the game that there was hope. And to see the game being crashed, I was like, oh my God, that can be hard for a person to take. That can be hard for person to take.
Before the game had started, you never thought they had a chance to win. You thought they were just going to lose.
I never at all. I never at all. So that's exactly what's happening here. So Mr. Gameplay is saying that Arsenal lives don't don't matter. Black lives matter. you know why I put that joke, Mr. Gameplay. It's not actually a joke, but I'm saying that let's look at it from the point of view of how these guys are working so hard to produce something, and as much as they are doing, it's just not working. Can't you? Because there's a comment that I'm gonna try to cover here, something that was said on the Sky Sports, that one of the former players, what is his name? Let me look at him. He said that AFTV's negative influence on, like, that negativity of us now, it's actually something that is getting so much in the Arsenal's players' heads. And I was
Sam,
like, is
I have
it
to
true?
go for like 2 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay, so it's okay. So I was like, is it true though? Can we say that that is exactly what is affecting that? So that's what, like, maybe their lives matter. We have to stop looking at this at the point of football point of view and actually start caring about this club, and actually start to care about them trying to improve from where they are to be a better club at all. So that's why I had to put the Arsenal lives matter, because both the men, I believe you can see it already, even on the thumbnail that I put there. Arteta's face is not even smiling at all. He's really hurt. It shows that he's not really happy. It's really hard for him to take. He can no longer continue taking these things, and we keep putting so negativity on that. Arsenal fans, they join us. Some of us, we are here to make fun of us now, to actually make it worse for that team. So I just feel like they need to take it easy on Arteta. Just trust him. Maybe after the January transfer, something could happen. I don't know. That's why I had to say Arsenal lives matters. Looking at the players and the manager himself as well. Maybe also the fans, because there are those people who are just die-hard Arsenal fans who trust and believe that this is a good club, and things are just not working out for them. So just have to care a bit about them a bit. That's why I'm just saying. I don't know. I want to hear from you though, Mr. Gameplay. What can you say though? What can you say about Arsenal? You think one thing you're thinking of is that Arteta will get sacked? Yes, he's gonna get sacked, maybe, but Pep Guardiola is saying that they need to be patient with him. He has no power to choose what they want, but he's saying that he knows this guy is a man. He knows what he can offer Arsenal, and they just need to be patient. Don't you think that, as the fans of Arsenal, you need to listen to such a legendary manager like Guardiola when he says something about a manager? I know that Arteta is his boy. He should be caring a bit about it. I don't know what you want to say in the comment section. Let me hear your thoughts, Mr. Gameplay. Because we are going to talk about them also building up to the Liverpool to the Chelsea fixture. It's going to be crazy, that one. So, like, you already covered that point of Guardiola, for them getting sacked and Guardiola beating his own son. I think that he should have at least told the players to not do it badly, Okay, let me read to what you just said. I was waiting for that. They are playing with the way they are playing. They're gonna get relegated. Yeah. That could be that they might get relegated, but also you might find out that the fans also played a part in them coming to a point of getting relegated. They just kept putting pressure on them. I know the pressure is already there from their fixtures. The guys, they already know they're in a big club, for Christ's sake, and the pressure is already there already. I just wonder, how can they improve from that to do something else? Do they need the fans to take it easy, or just put so much pressure on them? That's the question. So Mr. Gameplay is saying that Arsenal get relegated. Do you agree with what he's saying, Mr. Elliott? Do you agree with what Mr. Gameplay is saying, that they will get relegated? Because that's what he's believing, that this will happen. Arsenal get relegated if they continue playing like that. Let me hear what he said. They have got to sack the manager if they keep on losing their games. But also, like what Mr. Elliott was saying, Mr. Gameplay, if they sack their manager, they're still not performing good in a way. You understand what I mean? They're not performing anyway good. So they'll just continue with that weird form of running, with that exactly those games that they're playing that they're not doing so well. That thing will just continue. So I don't know. I don't know what do they need to do exactly. I don't know. I want to hear from that in the comment section. So if you want to join us, guys, I'm going to put the link in the comment section so that it becomes easy. If you want to say something or want to say your piece about this Arsenal squad, there's the link in the comment section. I want to hear what you want to say. Let me see what's happening here. Let me add in the screen. Yes, Mr. Elliot.
Hello. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so, it's okay. Mr. Gameplay is saying that these guys need to remove their manager for them to at least get something in this league. Isn't that the only way they can be better? They check out the manager. That's the only way. Do you believe, though, that...
I agree, but no manager will get them into Europe or top four.
That's what I was just about to say as well.
Yeah. So you might as well give Arteta the job at least the rest of the season. Then I don't think they're going to get relegated, really. It's funny, but I don't think they're not going to. No.
You think that in the last minutes, maybe 5 games, they're going to play so well and at least win some of those games and they'll be okay?
I think by like March time, they'll start winning a few. And to avoid relegation, you only need to win a few. You don't need to go on an amazing
run.
run.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. That is true. Just win a few games and things might actually change. We'll see. I see somebody's trying to join in, but it's refusing here. Anyway, okay. I don't know. I'm really worried for this team. It really hurts. It really hurts because Arsenal is a good team. As much as I hate seeing them, as much as I enjoy seeing them losing, I don't want them to go out. Because who would we laugh at next if they go?
Yeah.
Who would we laugh at, Especially that your team, Tottenham, at the moment, they're a good run. They're at a good run. They're performing so well. Who would we laugh at? I'm just saying that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Do you have anything you want to see, Mr. Elliot, so that I can put, maybe Mr. Gameplay wants to say something here. Do you have anything you want to say about Arsenal before you leave? Or you have anything you want to talk about?
No. Mr. Gameplay. That's fine.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Gameplay, you can try to join in now. You can try to join in. I think he's still waiting for something. Try to click the link again. You might join in now. So it's going to be interesting, guys. That's exactly what is happening here because it's been so terrible for this team. I try by all means to look at any way or any things that we might try to focus on. But the only thing I can say is that their lives do matter, the fans, the everything. Because, the question that I had in my mind was, what exactly would be the best thing to do, not for the manager's sake or for anybody's sake, but for itself, like in terms. I think, Mr. Gameplay, something is just happening with your link. It's just actually hard for me to make you join in. It was not because there was somebody in here. It's just hard for you to join in. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens on that. Because I was looking at it, and I was just wondering, what do they need to do? I looked at every possible view that we can try to look at it and try to focus on this team, but there's just no way. Just no way. Just no way. Maybe they will change their form, That's one thing that I'm just hoping they do. Change their form, win at least 2 or 3 games, then people forget. I didn't have the right computer. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So it wasn't because of this, Mr. Elliot. It was because he didn't have the right computer to join in. So that's why he could not join in the stream. So I don't know, guys. So later on, I'm going to come back a little bit. I think around 4 o'clock. I think around 4 o'clock my time, because right now it's around 2 o'clock. So around 4 o'clock, I'll be coming back to say the Premier League show, because I have to remind you guys that there's going to be some fixtures. I think I'm going to be covering the Tottenham game today in the Carabao Cup, and I'll be looking at what's going to happen with Mr. Elliott's team. It's going to be interesting, so you can join us for that one. I believe Tottenham will win that game. Also, funny enough, I think when I go up, I'm actually going on to that preview of that game, just looking at the games that are set up. So it's going to be weird. I'm just going to cut off and go to another stream because I already set it already. Anyway, we'll see. Hard luck for us now. I hope things changes. I hate to do shows like this, looking at these things, actually worrying about some players, some teams to a point of view to that extent. You understand? Because Arsenal are not like Sheffield. If Sheffield goes out of the league, no offense, nobody really will be worried. But when a team like Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, United, Tottenham, those 6 clubs, if they go down to that point, a lot of people will be worried. The Arsenal stream, yeah. The Arsenal stream, we just had to cover all the Arsenal people, just talk about them. It'll be fun. I would really love to go and see the AFTV guys, just to go spend time with them and just talk about them and talk to them, maybe DT, and hear what he has to say about this, because it's really hard. I know what Troops is going to say. Troops, you know Troops TV, right, Mr. Elliot? I believe you do know Troops TV. There's one guy who doesn't even smile whenever Arsenal plays bad. He can be so angry. The guy, you can actually see it in his face. So he doesn't play at all. So I know, but funny enough, you find that people like DT, they still have belief. They're saying that give time to Arteta. He can do something. He can give them something because he has won a cup. That's one thing that we can never look past. He won a cup for us now. Something that all these new managers who are still young has not actually managed to do, but he won a cup. That at least should give him something to look at. Troops is an angry Arsenal fan. Yeah, he wants to fight everyone. It actually feels like I'm watching the WWE. You know, whenever I'm listening to Troops talking, whenever they're talking after the games or whatever. I haven't seen his recent maybe performance or what. Did you hear when Troops said he is only good because he is? That guy is crazy. I didn't. Maybe I'll try. If you have the link, I might actually go look at it maybe and laugh a bit. He was talking about Harry Kane. Oh no, you know, even talking about Harry Kane. Okay, let me do this. Let me stop this Arsenal thing. Then we go do it on the build up to the Carabao, because Harry Kane, he has received criticism a lot, but he has proven all the people were criticizing him wrong a lot. He has proven them wrong many times. And that's one thing you have to respect. We'll talk about it exactly on the next show. Let me go off right now, then actually go in on the next. So thank you guys for being with us. Let's hear what others are going to say in the comment section. Please click that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's always important. And remember, Arsenal lives matter, like what Ty is doing there on the thumbnail.